everyone, and welcome to our HP Indigo Live Flexible Packaging Webcast. My name is Maya Poleg. I'm the HP Indigo Worldwide Products and Solutions Manager. Today is our second webcast for you, our flexible packaging community, powered by D-Scoop. Since these days, unfortunately, you can't be here with us, we're inviting you virtually to see our labs and meet our experts. We're broadcasting today directly from our HP Indigo V12 R&D lab in Israel. You're all invited to take an active part today by asking your questions and posting your comments on the chat. Our experts will be available to answer your questions live. In our last session, we heard from our General Manager, Alon Barshani. We talked about trends in the flexible packaging market, and we met some of our customers. Today, we'll learn more about the Digital Pouch Factory, share some of our customer applications from around the world, and of course, touch the topic of sustainability. With me here today, again, are Yogev Barak and Alon Schnitzel. Guys, can you introduce yourselves?
Hi, Maya. Yogev Barak. I'm the head of Indigo product and marketing team.
Hi, my name is Alon Schnitzer, the Global Flexible Packaging Market Development Manager for HP Indigo.
Great. So let's begin by talking a little about our Digital Pouch Factory. Alon, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, definitely. So the Digital Pouch Factory is actually turnkey solutions with automation, printing, lamination, slitting, and pouching, where actually we know that in order to produce digital flexible packaging, you need to be very productive and efficient with lower waste and, of course, minimal setup time. So this is definitely a set of solutions that we created, and we call it the Digital Pouch Factory, just as you can see on the slide. And we have solutions for all type of processes in order to produce flexible packaging.
Right, and in a minute, we'll be talking about each and every one of the phases that you can see here, or the types of solutions that you can see here on the slide. So, the debut of the Pouch Factory was actually at the last Label Expo in Brussels, and I'd like to start by seeing a short clip from our category manager, Ralph Bates, who can tell us a little bit more about it. So let's see that clip.
Good morning, good afternoon. This is Ralph Bates. I'm the category manager for flexible packaging here at HP Indigo, and we'd like to welcome you over to our booth this afternoon to see the Digital Pouch Factory from HP Indigo. Here we're going to be showing from web to pack, including web to print, printing, lamination, and pouch making, all in an hour and a half of our time. So here we are in front of the HP Indigo 20,000 press, most versatile press in our portfolio, designed from the ground up to handle flexible packaging materials of the widest range, from unsupported film to a wide range of pre-laminated constructions, which we'll be running today, running the designs you've just sent from the web to print portal. We're standing now in front of the pack-ready laminator from Carlville, the third step in the process today, where we're going to take the printed material and laminate it with a thermally activated material prior to taking it to the pouch making machine. The big benefit of this solution is about time to market and the ability to laminate and go straight to pouch making with no cure time. And here we are at the final step of the process. We've laminated the MetPed PE, and we're bringing it to the new Carlville pouch machine that's been designed to support the HP Indigo digital process, using very, very short make-ready time and very minimal waste. And as you can see, we're already producing some of the web-to-print packs that you'll have designed earlier, and you'll be able to collect later this afternoon during our happy hour, or will be posted to you later in the week. We look forward to seeing you here at HP Indigo. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Ralph. So Yogev, the Pouch Factory is actually based on obviously our Indigo printing presses, and Ralph mentioned in the clip the Indigo 20,000. We talked about this press, and actually the new HP Indigo 25K we mentioned in our previous session. Yogev, maybe you can give us a quick recap on that.
Yes, so remind everybody the Indigo 25K is a significant improvement over the existing Indigo 20,000. We have the new Spotmaster for color accuracy and maintaining color throughout the round. We have significant waste reduction. We have a new and faster DFE. And we actually, one of the things we're enabling on the new 25K is two ink station for the two type of whites you have. So a tribute for that. Both Alon and myself, you can see here two white ink stations in front of you.
Our two whites, right
I'll
here.
take that gleaming white.
So let's talk a little bit more about the news that we're launching around the Digital Pouch Factory. Alon, maybe you could start.
Yeah, definitely. So I think the most exciting news is, of course, the latest announcement from Nord Mechanica, which is a world-leading vendor of lamination and coating, and of course, the fact that they designed a laminator, which called Super Simplex E800 solventless laminator, is actually designed to fit the HP Indigo 20,000 digital press. So basically, this is another solution that was customized in order to maximize the value of digital printing.
Excellent. And I think best to hear what Giancarlo from Nord Mechanica has to say about it. Let's take a look.
The technical collaboration between Nord Mechanica and HP Indigo goes back to 2011, when a Nord Mechanica laboratory machine was installed to help support the research and development of the interaction between digital printed substrates and the adhesive for adhesive lamination. Since then, the collaboration has been formalized recently in a research and development agreement that we at Nord Mechanica are very proud to be part of, and that already produced the first result as an innovative solventless laminator named Super Simplex E800 was presented to the industry. This was the first result of a collaboration. The laminator is expressly intended for application side by side to the Indigo digital presses. The collaboration will generate in the future additional innovation when the collaboration between the two industry leaders will express all of the potentiality of two leaders collaborating through the value chain.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Giancarlo. So tell us, what else is new in our solventless solutions?
Okay, Maya. So basically, we have a full package for digital FP players. And of course, it leaned on the Super Simplex E800, just as Giancarlo mentioned. But besides that, we have optional additional features, such as adhesive monitoring control unit provided by Synaptic, or other features such as laser cutting and many more. And besides that, we also have a fast cure solventless grades from leading suppliers. And we need to remember that this is a very sustainable solution because we're talking about small footprint, low energy consumption, and of course, no use of solvents.
Thank you. Thanks, Alon. So who are the customers that are actually using solventless solutions?
So basically, solventless is very common in the industry today. And this is why Nord Mechanica getting on board is an exciting news for us, and of course for the rest of our customers. And I think the fact that, EPAC, one of the most popular or famous customer of Indigo, in the flexible packaging arena, the fact that they chose the solventless laminator by Nord Mechanica to be their first choice is actually says a lot about the fact that they can produce digital flexible packaging in the most optimal way with the Nord Mechanica. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's move on and talk about the pack-ready lamination solution. Let's start by seeing a short clip about it. Let's take a look. So, Yogev, maybe you can tell us a little bit more about the pack-ready lamination.
Yes, so we developed the pack-ready lamination together with Carville. It enables a very, very fast time to market. It's basically using thermal lamination for zero-time curing. And it's a perfect solution for entry-level customers who don't have tons of experience about lamination and pouch making to actually build up their first pouch making or lamination factory. So a relatively simplified solution, very fast time to market, and actually simple to use.
Great, excellent. One of the customers using pack-ready lamination is actually the Packaging Lab from the United States. They actually bought 2 laminators. Let's see a short clip that they made and see how this technology helps them go faster to market from their perspective. Let's take a look. It's wonderful, delivering in 24 hours these beautiful pouches. Alon, maybe you can show us a few examples of pack-ready lamination right here.
Yes, definitely. So the first example is actually from the first customer of the pack-ready lamination, who was also the beta customer of the pack-ready lamination. This is Rutri from Canada. And actually in this case study, you can see that this is a great example of small and craft brands that actually are looking for, to launch product with low volumes, with multiple SKUs in a very quick turnaround time to hit the market when it's relevant. So basically in this case study, Rutri produced 11,000 pouches from 20 different SKUs, and you'll be amazed because it was delivered in less than 2 days.
That's amazing.
This is why it's so important for them.
Amazing. What else?
Well, besides that, of course, we have other case studies of the pack-ready lamination, but I want to show you here some nice things that you can also do with the pack-ready lamination, because since it's thermal lamination, so basically one of the film suppliers, for example, which is Nobelus from US, so they created films that actually add a lot of fun and engaging way to the print. So basically you can use also soft touch and holographic and scuff proof. So it's like an embellishment for digital, for flexible packaging. So this is great news, and you can add a lot of attractive features to the pouch.
Great, thank you, thanks Alon. So Carlville, who manufacture the pack-ready lamination solution, actually also offers some great other finishing solutions for digital flexible packaging. Yogev, maybe you can tell us a little bit more.
Yes, so another solution that we partner together with Carville and they develop is actually a pouch making machine that's designed thinking about digital. So the setup time is minimal. It's relatively easy to use and it's designed for quick changeovers. They sold over 40 of them, and there's actually, again, it's part of the thinking of a relatively simple solution where you can, not having to know a lot about pouch making, you can set up your pouch factory, and it's built around digital mindset where basically the setup and the waste is very, very minimal.
Excellent. So one of the users of the Carlville pouch machine is actually Backpack from the UK. They've built a digital pouch factory to address their customers' needs. Let's see a short clip from Phil Smith, the general manager of Backpack. Let's take a look.
So welcome to Backpack, end-to-end digital packaging solution, starting with a HP 20000 press, purposely designed for flexible packaging and late-stage differentiation, short-run, high-complexity work. Printed reels from this are protected in a thermal lamination process, which uses heat to seal a protective layer onto the base film. Once this process is completed, we then move on to the pouch-making machine, which takes a single web or multiple webs, folds, cuts, and heat seals into the desired shape of the pouch you require.
Thank you for that. A great example. And actually, I want to take the time to actually see another example of a label converter who diversified into flexible packaging, and that is QTL from the United States. So let's take a quick look at that.
Hey everyone, Rob with QTL here. So here's our 6900. Right now we're running some stick pack promos for a customer who's looking to do hand sanitizer samples. So right now with the amount of bottles that are having issues in the United States, people are looking for alternatives to be able to get hand sanitizer out into the market. So we're testing a couple different materials on our customer's line right now to see if they'll be able to start creating hand sanitizer packets. That way people have an easier way of walking around and being able to sanitize themselves without having to have the bottle. And also, since our customer can't get bottles right now, it's a great way for them to keep moving product out into the market and for us to keep our machines moving. Stay safe out there.
Thank you. Alon, you wanted to share something here.
Yeah, actually I wanted to show a great case study by QTL, and this is the brand called King of Pops. And I think what is so special about this product is the fact that, after all, we're talking about BOPP construction, which is the commodity in the flexible packaging industry. And the brand actually looked for a way to engage with consumers. So the fact that QTL was able to provide them a way to add, engaging way to the package with print, meaning no need other tools or equipment or anything like this. So in this case, QTL actually used HP Indigo SmartStream collage to create one-of-a-kind packages. I mean, each one is different. So basically, it creates a lot of,
engagement and
yeah,
connection.
exactly.
Right.
So the consumers are quite excited about the fact that they have the package, that they are the only one who have it. So basically, it's a great way, to add value to the package, even though it's a commodity with very cheap prices of materials. So I think this is a great case study by QTL.
Definitely. So you'll maybe tell us about another customer using the Carlville pouch machine.
Yeah, so here's from Camargo in Brazil. These are coffee pouches. They're paper, aluminum, PE, so a little bit more complex construction. They're a tribute to the coffee farmers. You can see them here. And Camargo actually made 42,000 of these pouches and deliver them in about 8 different SKUs and deliver them in short, less than 2 weeks to the market.
Amazing. So we covered solventless and then we covered thermal lamination. The next solution I'd like to cover is actually e-beam. Alon, maybe you could tell us a little bit more about it.
Yeah, definitely. So first of all, it's important to understand that the core technology of the e-beam integration is provided by PCT and e-beam integration. And actually it fits for surface printing. And it addresses high performances applications, such as pasteurization, yogurt mix pap lids, which requires, of course, aggressive heat seal resistance, and many more. And I think the key advantages of the e-beam are, first of all, the look and feel of a real laminated product. And I don't know if the camera can see it right here, but you can see that one is actually glossy and the other one is matte. There you go. And besides that, of course, the fact that there is a zero cure time with e-beam, meaning you can immediately go to slitting and pouching. And of course, this is food safe, meaning no odors. And of course, we're still keeping the small footprint and of course, no using any adhesives. So basically, this is a great solution, allow you to approach to a lot of applications in flexible packaging.
Maybe you could show us a few more examples?
Yeah, definitely. So I want to show you a case study from Kala. Again, another label converter diversified into flexible packaging. And I think this is a great case study. It's called Meat Crafters, because first of all, the brand came to Kala and asked them to help them define the construction and define the size of the pouch based on their experience in the flexible packaging. And the fact that, of course, they can produce multiple SKUs in a very quick turnaround time enable this brand to shift from quarterly and half-yearly ordering to on-demand ordering. So right now, we see that this brand order, in every order, the average order is about 30,000 pouches. And again, with something like 6 or 7 different SKUs for average run. So I think it's amazing to see that brands can shift to a very flexible way. Yeah.
Absolutely, really amazing benefits here. So let's talk about other available solutions and discuss water-based lamination. To hear more about it, let's see how our team in Barcelona produced compostable packaging using the Comexi water-based laminator and the Indigo press. Let's take a look.
Today, it's a big day for us. We are running compostable packaging on the HP Indigo 20,000 digital press.
We are here today in order to bring to the customers a new solution that is to print compostable packaging made with Futamura compostable materials.
We're delighted to run some tests today to see that our film has printed successfully, and we hope that we can take this into the marketplace.
Welcome back. As you can see, I changed place. Indeed, we are now in the demo center of Comexi. So after printing on our HP Indigo 20,000 digital press the compostable film of Futamura, we are now proceeding with the lamination with compostable material, meaning we are using compostable film and compostable adhesive. Watch out!
Today we are here at Comexi in order to run lamination testing for the Futamura printed material, transparent and metallized materials to be laminated with the existing lamination technologies, water-based and solvent-based lamination adhesives. And then we are doing the duplex and triplex lamination in order to run later on the pouches for compostable material. So now we have here 3 different pouch combinations made with solvent-based Morchem adhesive and BSF water-based adhesive with Futamura materials and PLA-based films.
And actually, this is actually the example that they produced there. So we have the finished piece right here. So we saw just one way to produce compostable pouches with Indigo's printed materials. And that actually leads us to the next topic, which is sustainability. So with that, let's move on. As we know, sustainability has become a big concern to all parties in the flexible packaging market. As 75% of the materials are plastics, there's a demand to find alternatives, of course. But on the other hand, there's a lot of uncertainty regarding regulations and recycling streams, infrastructure. Maybe you could tell us a little bit more about it.
Yes, so we all know that many brands declare that by 2025 they'll shift to sustainable packaging solutions. But that might not be enough because a lot of the consumers are actually pushing for the brands to actually reduce the amount of waste, CO2 emission, and end-to-end environmental impact. So things are really changing, and I think specifically for the flexible packaging market, this is a big thing that we'll have to tackle in the coming month and the coming years.
Absolutely. And actually, this is kind of the perfect fit for digital printing, of course, because it's much more sustainable when it comes to short runs, right?
Yep. So actually, digital is ideal, and the Indigo solution is ideal in that respect because it has minimum waste. It can print on recyclable, compostable materials. We'll talk about that. But what we have also done is we're actually sourced a study by a third party looking at about 13 parameters in the entire end-to-end manufacturing. So it's called like life cycle analysis. And we compare the Indigo technology with rotogravure and with flexographic to show the difference in the entire life cycle of pouch making, of 10,000 pouches being produced. And actually, this study is available for our customers to use and show their brands to actually win environmental credentials.
Absolutely, yeah. So I think this study does show that Indigo is the most sustainable solution. And if anyone is interested in learning more, there's a lot of information here, and you can find all the information either online or on PrintOS Marketplace, which you can of course access and find a lot of information there, including everything that we're talking about today. So we know that everyone is now looking for more environmentally friendly solutions, but the change actually begins with educating the young generation. Let's see how Ultimate Digital is helping with that with their Kids Ink campaign. Let's take a look.
I thought it would be pretty exciting because I haven't done anything like this before.
Children are so important because they're the next generation, and as they grow up, they're the ones that are going to really impact the environment. We wanted to come up with a solution to teach kids about recyclability that's fun and interactive. It's really important that they know how to recycle things, and Kids Ink is a fantastic way to get kids to really enjoy their learning environment. We have a website where the kids log on to. They can use different drawing tools to create what they envision. And then once that's finished, it gets into a print-ready file for our digital print presses, printed on HP 20000, and then turned into a recyclable bag.
They start as a plastic material and they're put through this printing machine and they're fully recyclable.
Innovation really is why we started with Ultimate Digital. We had the idea within the creative design team to help getting packaging friendly for the environment. Kids Ink was a perfect opportunity to do something that was very environmentally friendly, but also creating something that was unique for school children right across the country. You have two HP 20,000 presses to produce flexible packaging. With HP, the quality is what makes it stand apart from the rest of the competition. And when we know it's just going to be a digital job, we can actually take that quality to a different level. We can print variable data. If we need to change something on the design, we can press a button and change something. We produce digitally printed variable data film, and then it gets turned into a unique, totally personalised lunch pack. We're doing such creative, such exciting, such innovative things with digital. The future of the Kids Inc. project is really to get it now spun out nationally.
HP technology has been really, really great for us. We've had really fantastic reactions. The kids love it. They get enjoyment and excitement from the work that they're producing while learning something that's really important.
Kind of lucky because no one else would maybe get to do it. I think it was exciting. I've made it myself and no one else has ever done it, so it makes me feel pretty important and special.
That's really, really inspiring. Alon, maybe you can show us another example of sustainable packaging.
Yeah,
here.
definitely. So the next example is from Digit, from South Africa. And as you can see here, they produced lids for fresh tray lids of PET. And this is actually a construction of PET and PET. And the fact that the brand wanted to reduce, first of all, reduce the impact on the environment, also with the transportation, because it used to be packed in corrugated cartons. So basically, they shifted for flexible packaging. And what started as, export project that was for a very small volume, fastly became something that, increased more jobs and created a lot of buzz, because this one can actually be recycled. So this is another great example of recycled materials.
Wow, really, really nice. So tell me, Alon, I'm sure there are more ways to produce sustainable products with HP Indigo printing. Maybe you can explain a little bit more about it.
Yes, of course. So, Maya, there are many ways to produce sustainable packaging with HP Indigo. And as you can see on the screen right here, first of all, it's important to understand that our products, our inks, are certified to be used in compostable packaging, and that with leading standards of TÜV Austria. And besides that, we're working with leading partners, as you can see here, in order to create as many possible packages with recyclable and compostable structures. And that, of course, in order to help our customers so they can, of course, produce more and more sustainable packaging, because we do think and we do feel that sustainability is much more than just the materials.
Absolutely.
It's about responsibility. Mm-hmm. And I think that HP Indigo, set sustainability as a business driver. Mm-hmm. And this is one of our main goals. And I think that about a year and a half ago at the last Discoup in Vienna, when we had a talk, and I think that since that moment, we actually invested a lot of time and money and resources to make sure that we're enabling our customers the best solution, and of course, enable them to know more.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think sustainability is quite a complex topic with many regulations across different countries. So if you have any more questions about it, please feel free to write them on the chat and get our comments. And please feel free to reach out to us in any way. I think, Alon, you had another comment, or?
No, I can show a few more examples,
yeah, so
just like this one, when we actually produced these PE pouches using the pack-ready lamination. Mm-hmm. And again, we're using a lot of partners, world-leading partners, so this is only one case study. Mm-hmm. But besides that, you can see that we have other case studies when we produced compostable packages. Mm-hmm. Now you can see the package is already starting to compost. Mm-hmm. But basically this one is with solventless, mm-hmm. Okay? But of course, again, we have many case studies of products that we produced with partners, and not just mock-ups or examples, but also real customers' jobs. So we have a lot of case studies of recyclable, compostable packages. So if you want to know more, feel free to approach. Yeah.
Definitely feel free to write us on the chat or contact us in any way that you like. So with that, I would like to thank Yogev for being here with us today, and I would like to move on to our next topic. So So I'd like to use this opportunity to share some case studies and samples from our flexible packaging customers around the world. And Alon, I think you know quite a few of them and have quite a bit of experience with this. So maybe you can take us to the sample table and we can talk through some of those examples.
Sure, walk with me.
Okay, I'll walk with you.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's start, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So I think I want to start with the first example. And we spoke about it before, about brands that actually shifted from quarterly orders to on-demand ordering. And the first example is actually from Japan. This is one of Seiko's customers. And what you can see here, again, this is a BOPP CPP constructions. And this is actually a resealable small pouches for do-it-yourself, like nails, screws, etc., etc. And in fact, this brand actually orders about 30,000 pouches every order, which is about 1,500 meters, and about 15 different SKUs every time they are ordering. And usually the average lead time is about 7 days. So I think this is quite convenient way for the brand to order.
Absolutely, it's very
products.
fast. Yeah.
Yes.
What else? What else can you share with us?
What else? So we have another case study from Mexico, from Nanogruppe, which is again a digital disruptor. So in this case, you can see that the brand here, Pilgrims, actually wanted to add value to some of their products. So they decided to actually leverage the fact that this year was the 100th anniversary of the Super Bowl finals. So basically they had a campaign of 6 months. Well, they printed 10 of the most popular teams in Mexico, and they encouraged people to go online and post on Facebook and Instagram. And as you can see on the package itself, they have some stats on each of the finals that these teams were participated. And eventually, one of the participants that collected the pouches and posted on social media, they won tickets for the finals of the Super Bowl. So hopefully we'll see a video soon about what happened there. But I think that this is another great way to leverage our digital printing. So in fact, you can use ways to attract consumers. And I think this is a very good case study because in time of 6 months, Nanogruppe produced 500,000 different pouches with 19 different SKUs. And again, I think that the fact that the social media activity was very aware was very important. And also the brand, actually, it told us that it increased sales. So this is, I think, the most important goal.
I think these days with social media and other things, some of these campaigns of the brands actually work really well. Digital printing, the online and the offline really converge to have much more powerful packaging in campaigns.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe you can show us a couple more examples.
Yeah, so let's talk about engagement, okay? So we spoke about EPAC, and we also watched a video about Scratch Lab, which is one of EPAC's customer. So in this case, Scratch Lab actually wanted to create something very engaging before the Tour de France. So one of their customers, which is EF cycling team, so they created 10,000 pouches delivered in 7 days using HP SmartStream Mosaic to create, again, every package is different, I mean one-of-a-kind packages. And they even recently won the most influential flexible packaging for the FPA Gold Award winners for shelf impact section. So I think this is another great study to show how with digital printing you can actually leverage your package and create a lot of attractiveness for the customers.
And just a comment about SmartStream Mosaic, if you want to learn more about it or actually try it out, I encourage you to visit the PrintOS marketplace. And actually, these days, the PrintOS marketplace applications are actually free of charge for you in light of this crisis. So I really encourage everyone to look at the resources there, take a look and see what you can find. Alon? More?
Yes, let's move to another example of Mosaic, if we're talking about Mosaic. So in this case, this brand is ABC. Always Be Clean. And they wanted to celebrate their 20th anniversary, but they wanted to somehow engage the young girls because this is actually sanitary pads. And I know this is not an attractive product. I guess all of them are quite shy and don't want to get it out of the bag. So they created 6 different patterns which they used C from the ABC for creative, cool, etc., etc. And for each of them, they used different seeds of designs. So eventually, they produced 20 million packages. And again,
20 million.
Each of them is one of a kind.
Wow.
And again, social media activity and everything around it.
So it's a
created
theme,
lot
it's
of
really
buzz.
creating.
Yes, and finally, I mean, the brand was, very attractive to that generation or to the
younger
teenagers that they
generation.
wanted to approach. So I think this is a very great case study. Besides that, we can see here some other examples. This one, for example, is a cold seal. Okay, and it produced by Imer Digital from Latvia. So again, another case study that you can show that from application range, we can produce most of FP, flexible packaging applications. And I think this is quite great because, again, at the beginning, some applications were limited and it took some, learning curve to get to the point that we are today. So I think this is a very important to show this example.
Absolutely.
Yes, and of course, another one from Japan, from OSP. And as you can see here, this is actually pouch for noodles, okay, udon noodles. And it's funny because this customer was actually not ordering from OSP usually, but they were out of stock and they needed they needed urgently to get 6,000 pouches. And in fact, they called OSP and they sent them the file at about midnight. And in less than 7 hours, OSP provided them the pouches. So I think, again, the fact that time to market, helping brands, to keep relevant and to stay up to date is very important. And of course, it brought them some more jobs afterwards.
Absolutely. Brings you more jobs and brings you more customers. So with that, I'd like to thank you. I think you showed us a lot of great things. And let's move on. So this actually brings today's session to a close. We spoke about the fact that the flexible packaging market is changing and also the needs of consumers and brands. We talked about the digital pouch factory solution. We talked about the topic of sustainability, of course, and Alon shared some great examples of what our customers are actually doing around the world. With that, I would actually, like to tell you that if any of you have any further questions or any further comments, please do email us at hpindigolive@hp.com. And of course, reach out to your HP representative if you have any more questions. With that, I'd like to thank you so much, Alon, for being with us today. And I'd like to thank you at home for taking the time and watching. Please stay safe and healthy. And we really, really hope to see you soon. Thanks and bye-bye.